Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we're going to react to Jasmine Guy and Tupac Shakur, the truth about their friendship. Without further ado, let's check it out.
Fans were surprised to hear about the solid friendship of Jasmine Guy and Tupac Shakur. Some were unaware that the two of them were close. The different world star had a clean-cut image and no controversy surrounded her. Tupac, on the other hand, had the thug life persona and gangster rap lyrics that brought him heavy criticism at times. The two of them were from different worlds. Jasmine was born in 1962 in Boston, Massachusetts. She grew up in the affluent Collier Heights neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia, and attended the Northside Performing Arts School. She is best known for playing Whitney Gilbert on A Different World, which ran from 1987 to 1993. Jada Pinkett Smith was also on the show from 1991, so the two of them were colleagues and friends. Jada played Lena James, a college student who left the hood to pursue a better life. Tupac played an ex-boyfriend who accused Lena of forgetting where she came from and being bougie. Ironically, the storyline foreshadowed how their friendship would turn out in real life. Jada said on Howard Stern that she and Tupac had a huge falling out after he came out of prison, and sadly, they were not on good terms for almost 2 years, right up until his death. She believed they were going down different paths and they had switched roles. She used to be pretty hood back in the day. She even sold drugs, but Park wasn't in that world. But she said everything changed when he went to jail, and understandably so.
There was a lot of things that transpired once he went to jail. It was really once he came out,
Right.
that he changed quite a bit, which
You mean
is
his fame
understandably.
changed him, or just coming out of jail?
No, jail.
Jail.
Jail was a very difficult experience for him,
Right.
and of course we were on two sides of the spectrum, and Pac and I have always had very intense conversations, arguments, and if we disagree with each other, we disagree hardcore, and we had a very hardcore disagreement.
Jada then became a wife and mother. Will admitted a couple of years ago that he was in fact jealous of Jada and Tupac's relationship. He was very insecure about their friendship and how much his wife loved Tupac. It was a friendship that many question till this day about whether or not it was purely platonic. So maybe Will was a factor in how much Jada saw Tupac in those latter years. No doubt, Jada loved Tupac. She still talks about him till this day. It was not the first time they had stopped talking for a period of time. They always found their way back to each other though. But sadly, the opportunity to reconcile was taken away. Tupac joined Death Row Records, a label with gang affiliations, and he may have continued down a destructive path. But Jada always showed an interest in what he was doing, despite their falling out. She even gave Dr. Dre the Mad Max concept for the California Love video, but she declined an offer to direct it. As for Jasmine, she was there for Tupac during his darkest moments, including the quad studio shooting and going to prison. She even spoke out in his defense when he faced criticism for his gangster rap lyrics, saying she never understood those who claimed Tupac never respected women because, quote, he had several songs that uplifted women. Jasmine and Jada supported Tupac during his court case, and the three of them were a friendship unit. Some assume that Jada may have been jealous of Jasmine's friendship with Tupac. Jada herself said that she and Tupac were possessive over their relationship, even though they were only friends. But Jasmine described Tupac as her friend, and she said that Jada was an even closer friend to him. In her book, Afeni Shakur, Evolution of a Revolutionary, Jasmine describes how she and Jada supported Afeni Shakur after finding out about the quad studio shootings and while Tupac was in hospital. It was Jasmine who helped Tupac after the quad studio shooting in 1994. There was speculation about whether there was anything romantic between them ever since their friendship was revealed. In a Vlad TV interview, Muta Napoleon Bill said that he didn't think there was anything more than friendship between them. But Tupac's friend, Desiree Smith, said otherwise, saying that Tupac told her himself that he and Jasmine were more than friends at one point. Tupac was gunned down in the lobby of Quad Studios as he approached the elevator. He was there to work on a song with rapper Little Sean. Diddy and Biggie Smalls were also in the building. This was the eve of his conviction and eventual sentencing. He survived the shooting that was allegedly orchestrated by New York gangster Jimmy Henchman. Tupac believed the whole incident was a setup. Speaking of the incident, Jasmine said, "First of all, he was shot 5 times. Somebody wanted him dead, and walking around knowing that really affected Tupac's spirit, and there was a lot of what I call spiritual fortification going on around him. I mean, we were really trying to just give that life back to him." In 2004, Jasmine published her book. She spent one-on-one time with Afeni to research it. She visited Afeni in her Stone Mountain home in Georgia to interview her. Afeni showed Jasmine around the ranch and showed her trees she had planted. Some were for her grandchildren, her niece, and for Tupac. Afeni said, "We plant a tree for Tupac on his birthday every year, either here or on the farm." Afeni passed away at age 69 in 2016. The cause of death was said to be heart failure. The trees are still believed to be standing till this day. Jasmine wrote about the friendship between herself, Jada, and Afeni. All 3 showed up when Tupac got shot in 1994. That was the first time Jasmine had met Afeni. She said, quote, "The way I met her was not how I had imagined, though. In fact, I was thrust into a tumultuous family trauma. Her son, my friend Tupac, had been brutally shot 5 times in the foyer of a New York recording studio on a Sunday night, had left Bellevue Hospital on a Monday, and was in court on Tuesday morning for a sexual assault hearing." End quote. Tupac discharged himself from hospital the following day because he didn't want to be a sitting duck, waiting for those who shot him to come and finish the job. He considered going to his girlfriend's, Keisha's, apartment, but he concluded that it was unsafe. It was too easy to track him down there. Once, Keisha recalled a time when fans were outside her apartment and Tupac was there signing autographs. So Tupac asked Jasmine if he could come to her house to recuperate. She lived in a nice, wealthy neighborhood where there was little crime. He believed he would be safest there. He spent one night in a hotel, probably to be closer to court. Then he went to Jasmine's house, believed to be in a wealthy Brooklyn neighborhood. In The Art of Dialogue, Muta described Tupac having to walk around in boxers because he was all torn up after getting shot 5 times. He was obviously going through a lot. Not only had he been shot and almost died, he had a prison sentence hanging over him. Despite this, he was said to be in good spirits, still cracking jokes and laughing with the other members of the Outlaws. The only people permitted to be around Tupac were his young outlaw brothers, people like Gaddafi, who was his brother from a different mother, Muta, Napoleon Bill, EDI, and Castro. While Tupac was hiding out at Jasmine's house, he was receiving messages from Jimmy Henchman. The person delivering the messages was Stretch, the guy who was with him at Quad Studios that night. But all of them had weapons on them. They were all ready for anyone who would try to get to Tupac. Thankfully, Tupac was safe there, and no one tried to come for him. Jasmine revealed that on December the 1st, 1994, she and Jada went to the courthouse to get a glimpse of Tupac on his way into the building, to let him see that they were there to support him. Jasmine knew nothing of the nature of the charges against him. She was concerned with the fact that he had just been shot the previous night. She was there to support Jada as well as Tupac. At the hospital the previous night, Jasmine also met Tupac's aunt, Glow. She said Glow checked her out at first, wondering if she was a little wannabe trying to get to Tupac. Afeni, on the other hand, was warm towards her and even embraced her, like she was an old friend. That was the start of what would become a close, lifelong friendship between the two. Other visitors to the hospital were Tupac's sister, his then girlfriend Keisha Morris, Biggie Smalls, and Tupac's father, Billy Garland. Prior to the hospital visit, Billy had been absent from Tupac's life. Tupac must have thought he was hallucinating from the painkillers when he saw a man standing over him, claiming to be his father. The only reason he believed him was because he looked like him, and he had photos of his other children who also looked like him. Tupac's father also met Jasmine and Biggie Smalls that night. He said that Biggie was very polite and respectful and seemed genuinely concerned. Not only did Jasmine help Tupac out by letting him stay at her place to recover, she was also one of the faithful few who visited him in prison. Although Jada was in contact with Tupac while he was in prison and spoke about the conversations they had, which at times were heated, I don't think she visited him though, because there aren't any records of that, such as photos, or her talking about visiting him. Tupac took photos with people who visited him: Desiree Smith, Keisha, and his father Billy. Tupac and Keisha also married while he was in prison, perhaps more evidence that there was nothing romantic between him and Jasmine. And of course there are photos of Jasmine and Tupac during her visits. One photo documenting her visit is dated September 2nd, 1995. Jasmine travelled to the remote town of Dannemora and headed to the Clinton Correctional Facility to visit Tupac. At the time, he was serving a 1.5 to 4 year sentence. He had lodged his appeal and was yet to post bail. Suge Knight ended up bailing him out the following month. Jasmine must have made it a weekend trip because she visited him again on the 3rd, so she was a real support to Tupac during that difficult time. It meant so much to him to have people visit. Tupac spoke about how he felt let down by those who didn't. What's beautiful about Jasmine and Tupac's friendship is that it led to her also befriending his mother, Afeni. Jasmine and Afeni would remain close friends and work together on the book about Afeni's life and legacy. Jasmine was also there for Afeni on the night Tupac passed away. Both she and Desiree Smith met for the first time that night and rallied around Afeni. Jasmine also sang some hooks for Tupac on the Me Against the World album. Producer Mike Mosley said he didn't even know she could sing, and that the two of them were even friends. Me Against the World was released while Tupac was in prison. He became the first artist to have a #1 album while incarcerated. Were you surprised to find out about Tupac and Jasmine Guy's friendship?
No.
Do you think they were more than friends?
No.
Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for weekly videos. And
Alrighty, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Damn, man. Pac had a lot of ladies, man. A lot of ladies, man. Hey, Pac was playing from the Himalayas, man. But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. R.I.P. Tupac, man. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to the GOAT. The best to ever do this shit. Yeah, man, just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you all next video. Till then, peace out.